How's it going, guys? And welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Still no fan art there. Yeah. Last we left off, we were on our way back from shopping. We met into Rin, and Lily noticed this. I'm tired, or something like that, low on energy. I had two choices. I could either say I don't really want to talk about it, like it's none of your business, be like a total badass, or sorry, I'm not in very condition. Just say it straightforward. I'm not really much for saying like I don't want to talk about it. I just might tell them what's my problem. I'll just go for the second one. Sorry, I'm not in a very good condition. It's alright. I just need to catch my breath. My condition isn't the best these days. Oh! Is it something that is related to you being transferred here? I mean, she cuts herself off rather abruptly, maybe realizing she was being a bit intrusive. Her instincts are sharp though, and while I don't like the subject, it's not like I should lie about it. If it's Lily, I don't think I mind. I'm just a little weak for the time being. Hanako said you look fairly healthy, so I naturally thought. Lily doesn't finish her sentence again, letting it trail off with a measure of concern. As she furrows her brow, Lily's uncomfortable expression spurs me to say at least something to ease her feelings. It's surprising she's this flustered, considering her straightforward attitude with her own blindness. She must know that not all share her own comfort about such things. Now, it's okay. I have a pretty... I guess the best way to put it would be messed up heart. Arrhythmia. I had a bad heart attack a while ago because of it, and spent most of the spring in the hospital. Ended up in Yamaku on doctor's orders. She silently nods her head in acknowledgement. My answer, though, only seemed to make Lily furrow her brow even further. She doesn't seem to quite know how to react, given we don't really know each other that well. I can't really fault her for it, given I have the exact same reaction. To my surprise, in a moment's time, her face shows that she comes to some sort of realization. Wait, so the time when Amy and you collided in the hallway? I grimace slightly. Her ability to connect the dots quite so fast is unexpected. Lily the detective! Yeah, I guess I'm a textbook example of why those rules about running in corridors exists. That was a lot more dry than I intended. Lily visibly shies away from continuing the topic. While I do not want to assuage her concern, I saw... Somehow, when I read that fast, I think it's sausage. I really don't want to dwell on this either. Don't worry about it. I tried to offer a reassuring smile, but then I realized the futility. Without knowing this, Lily smiles at me reassuringly, but doesn't say anything further. Should I just keep quiet about my arrhythmia? There we go. Arriving at the dorms, Rin stops in front of her mural as if lightning struck her. She had been so quiet for almost all the walk back that I had all but forgotten she was here. It's Friday, isn't it? Yes, Friday the 8th of June. This is bad. Bad? Why? I think I'm going to go in fetal position to throw up, possibly in reverse order. Is something wrong? No, nothing is wrong. It's Friday, and nothing is wrong yet. This mural is going to need to be finished by Sunday, so everything's alright. Do you have any drugs? Or a time machine? This is not good. Not good. So, she's behind her schedule. Recalling she's in the exasperation at Rin's carefree attitude several days ago, I don't know what to think. She has herself open for a I told you so. For I told you so, unless she can pull off whatever she needs to pull off by Sunday morning. Rin keeps staring at her mural, looking as mortified as she can. Leave me. I'm going to need to work for a while. I glance at Lily, expecting her to share the incredulous look with me as I roll my eyes, but then I realize she's not one to do that kind of thing. Leave me. We do, of course, not wanting to aggravate her any more than she already is. There's a churning bad feeling in my gut. Rin sure has a knack of making people feel worried about her. She seems like a person who would never be left alone. Maybe we should call someone. She sounded like she's going into shock or something. I'm sure she will be just fine. She's just, how to say? Lily cocks her head a little, trying to find a polite way of calling her crazy without calling her crazy. Unique? Yes, a very unique person. I guess you could call it. I say you could say that. She giggles in the notion, melodiously nodding in agreement. Sorry about leaving you stranded as you talk to her. I don't really understand her, so I keep my distance. So my guess was right. Lily offers a slight apologetic smile as she was sorry that her own shortcomings have prevented her from becoming closer to Rin. I'm not one to blame her at all. Lily slips a long breath, probably a disguised yawn. I imagine she's exhausted by all this as I am. I'd better leave now and give those to Hanako. Thank you for the company, he saw. She smiles very sweetly at me. It feels different than normal, despite the fact that she seems to be smiling so often. I can't put my finger on it, on what the difference is. It's just different. Relaxed, I'd say, probably just relief over getting rid of Rin, maybe. Yeah, good night. Say hi to Hanako for me. I will. Good night. I catch. No time to show off them guns. Only 5 minutes has passed. The students roll into class for the Saturday morning session, each and every one of them sporting the tired eyes of people that have worked through the night. With only a day left to prepare, I suppose it's not so surprising. Thankfully, we only have to suffer through class until the lunch break, and then our time is our own. Muto lurches into class in a tired stagger. I suppose students aren't the only people here that enjoy their late Friday nights. Without saying a word, he scrawls some page and question numbers on the board and slumps on at his desk. It's completely atypical behavior for him, but it appears that no one in class is going to call him out on it. Wordlessly, the students shuffle their textbooks into position to get to work. Not wanting to break the trend, I do the same. Fatigue has made the class antisocial. Not a peep is heard among the ruffling papers. That can partly be attributed by the 2 empty seats beside me. For some reason, Misha and Shishune aren't present, probably doing council work for the festival. It's very quiet without Misha present. I wonder if she was born as rowdy as she is, or if she is making up for Shishune's lack of voice. Nakai, can I speak for you a moment? I'm so engrossed in thinking about Misha that I don't even notice Muto approaching my desk. Sure. What's this about? It's probably better if we speak outside the classroom. Something about this doesn't sound too good, but I stand up and follow him into the hallway. Muto stands in the hallway, scratching his head as he works out what he's trying to say. Not knowing what's going on, I wait silently. So, tell me, how are things? Things? I expected Muto to be a little vague, but this is pushing the limit. You know, things. You had a week to settle in now. Didn't I read this before? Fine, I guess. I guess not. I see. And how is your condition? A pause before condition seemed a little unnecessary. Haven't had any problems so far. A brief shimmer of relief passes across Muto's face. Good. That's good. The school nurse was a little concerned that you might have been pushing yourself a bit too hard. He asked me to keep an eye on you when he couldn't. I think I've seen this already. Isn't there a shortcut for the... Or is this auto? It doesn't seem to work. I'd ask you if you don't blow us off so freely. As much as we try to give you the level of education that you would get at a normal school, you have to realize that you have limits. Our goal is to make sure that you know where those limits are, and how to maximize your potential within them. Do you follow me? I guess I don't plan on doing anything stupid. Well, that's a start, I guess. So then, into my next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you were laid up for a while. We're not too far ahead, are we? I think I read this already. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, now it works. But why would Lily leave her at her own... text log, text history. Okay. So, we already seen some text that we already read before, but that's like being all confused. Hanako, her name is all taking... Hanako comes to class. They talk quietly for a moment, but isn't long before leaving. Hanako idles back to class. Oh yeah, Lily comes in. I watch her on the corner of my eye. She occurs. boredom eventually becomes too much for her though. Her slender frame reaching into her bag and pulling out a small book. Come to think of it, that isn't the only one I saw her reading at the library. She must be quite a fast reader to get through them at this rate. Okay, I think there was the part when they're in the classroom and Lily comes in. And since I was able to skip text I already read before, you have to have some memory to remember what happened here. But since this is some new text here, I guess something new will happen. But why would Livy leave her at her own devices? It seems to be quite out of the ordinary, going by Hanako's reaction. Ah, that's right. I think Lily mentioned something about going into the town today before Rin bumped into us. The thought of that walk makes me look outside. Oh, move the mouse. A bright sun and occasional people wandering around and enjoying the afternoon makes me yearn to get out of school. Or at least do something other than sit here. Giving in to one of my worst vices, procrastination, I decide that history is a subject best studied on a Sunday, or a Monday, or on any other day than this one. I give a grunt as I lever myself out of my seat, briefly debating with myself whether or not to hang out with Kenji. He doesn't strike me as enjoying the nice weather outside with others kind of person. Really, I guess I'll catch up with him later. Changing tacks, I briefly entertained the idea of talking with Hanako, but by the time I look at her seat, it's vacant. He must have left for the library. There's got to be something to do that I can kill the time.
Another question! That is probably gonna lead me to some path.
Save. Create new save state. Okay. Go walk okay, here are my two options. I can go into town. Well, I can read the screen, right? I go into town, or I can go to the library. I'm pretty sure I remember he likes to read books. Or was that on another path? But he does enjoy reading books. Or hang out with libraries. Or I can walk into town and know it more. They're both pluses. Or should I go to the library and follow Hanako, or go to the town? Wait, did they mention? Huh. Okay, going to town will go to Lily, apparently. Or go to the library. That's a tough decision right here. It seems like I'm going to two paths here. One of them is Hanako, one of them is Lily. This is really hard, but I want to go both ways, but I can only choose one. What should I go with? Going to town would sound cool, I guess. Get to know the town or go to the library and stone. This is hard. I want to go both ways. Go for a walk into town. There must be something to do that can kill the time. I guess the library will go. The library seems like a good place as any to go. Hanako looked as if she was taken pretty off guard by Lily leaving, so she might want someone to talk to. Slinging my bag over my shoulder, I make my way out of the classroom. I walk down the hallway to the library, past a multitude of closed doors. Through each one of the sound as furious rehearsal can be heard. Rock music blares out of one door, almost as loud as a concert. I guess that's one of the advantages of private school. There are actually enough rooms to go around at a time like this. And when I think about it, the grounds and buildings of the school are kept in pretty good condition. I can't be too cheap. Have I read this before? Apparently not. I heard that this place has pretty serious benefactors. The walls of the library only partially insulate the noise from the festival preparation, but there are only the sounds to be heard. Not a soul stirs here, with everyone apparently enjoying the weather outside or working on festival events. Yuko isn't here either, if she doesn't work on Saturdays? I read too fast. Yeah, Saturdays. I quickly walk through the library, now fairly familiar with its layout. I head to the back where Hanako's private little corner is. I run my hand along the spines of the books on the way through, feeling the individual texture of each as I glance across the titles. I used to do this all the time at the library at the hospital. Some things never change, I guess. Like the smell of library. No matter how much care you take, the paper in books is always going to degrade with time. Probably no matter which library you go into, anywhere in the world it must have the same musty smell. I find something that looks light enough to read without any major thought involved, then look for Hanako in the reading area. Once again, she is sitting in a beanbag with her back to a bookshelf, reading the same book she'd had in the classroom. She's slowly making her way through the pages. Unlike last time I saw her here, I quietly take a seat in the beanbag. The noise is enough to catch her attention, but not startle her. This delicate routine that must be followed each and every time I try to talk to her almost feels like hunting game. Is that the same book as before? Yes, I almost finished. Cool! I wonder if I should. Do you mind if I borrow it when you're finished? My mouth is faster than my mind, it seems. Sure, you may not like it, but I'm sure it can't be that bad. After all, you stuck with it, haven't you? I guess. I settled into my beanbag and set about reading my own book that had been buried in my bag. It's a light novel about pirates. To be honest, I'm barely skimming over the words, having chosen the book merely because it belongs to a different genre than I usually read. Finding it hard to muster enough enthusiasm to finish the book, and noticing that I've inadvertently distracted Hanako quite a bit, I decide to try and make conversation. So, I see Lily left without you. She nods before taking her eyes off her book. She must have been really into it after all. Lily said she had to go and meet someone. Oh. Akira. Her sister. Oh, so Lily has a sister. Sister? I haven't heard her talk about her family. She and Akira used to live together. I thought all the students lived in the dorms. We don't have to. But it's easier, right? I mean, there's food here and you're close to school. I don't think I've ever been to class on time so often in my life. Her badly hidden smile proves quite rewarding. Is she smiling? Oh, that's cute. She is smiling. In the back of my mind, I know I have a bit of homework to catch up on. But it's quite comfortable in here. No one can find me and force me into working for their pet project either. Though, now that I'm thinking about the festival, another question comes up. Hey Hanako, what are you doing for the festival? For a split second, I think that Hanako is about to throw her book in the air from shock. Sorry? I was just asking what you're doing for the festival tomorrow. Anything planned? I don't know. Hanako answers in a way that people do when they don't want you to ask any more questions. I take it large crowds and loud music aren't really her thing. Ah, okay. Change the subject. So, what's Lily's sister like? She's nice. She's pretty like Lily, but she dresses businesslike. Oh, I guess she's older than businesslike. She's always wearing a suit. Ah, I see. And that makes her less pretty somehow? Hanako gives an embarrassed shake of her head. No, just different. I'll admit it. This has got me intrigued to hear Hanako talk about someone other than her Lily. It's a first, and to be complimentary about it too. But as I try to picture this mystery sister, all I can think of is Lily in a suit, and I can't imagine that being attractive. Not at all. Well, one day you'll have to introduce me to her. Oh, okay. Our brief conversation ends as abruptly as it started, and we both return to our novels. The passage of time is marked only by gradual movement of the patch of light cast through the window. Slowly the noises from the various rehearsals in the building fade out and die as students start to get hungry and tired. Just thinking about that makes my stomach start to turn nuts around itself. I think it's time to head back. Do you think Lily would be back by now? I think I might head back to my dorm. I'm pretty tired from this week. And not a word of that is a lie. Moving to a new school as it ramps up from a major event has been taxing, to say the least. I can feel myself nodding off as I read my book. Oh, okay. I might stay a little longer. Looking at Hanako's book, I can see that she is only a few pages away from completing it. For a moment, I'm considering hanging around until she finishes it. finishes, but once again my stomach turns, emitting a gurgling sound. Sure thing. Well, I'm off. Well, I'm. Well, I'm going to head off before it gets dark. I'll see you around, okay? Okay. See you, Hisao. Later. Hisao? Thank you for hanging out with me. Oh, look at that! I can see how hard it was for her to get that simple sentence out of her mouth. It leaves me hanging for a moment. So, there is someone in this school who's even lonelier than me. Maybe lonely is a wrong word. I haven't been liking company for this first week. But I've still managed to feel somewhat alone and detached. Maybe lonely is a wrong word for Hanako too. She has Lily after all, doesn't she? I realize I've been standing there for far too long without answering, and pull off a flawless, not too exaggerated smile. You're welcome. Good night, Hanako. Night. I leave her to finish her book and head back to the dorms and the promise of food. Hum num num. Hisao hungry. Another eye catch. Oh, I got this one. I wonder if I'm on someone's path right now. It won't surprise me if I'm on Hanako's path, but just be a conversation thing. The next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's Sunday and there's no classes. But not just the Sunday though, but the festival as well. From my window I can already see some people at the soba booth slinging noodles into a place for people with a craving for low quality food. I think I'm wondering here, because I've been paying attention to comments, I always read the comments, that the path would split up into having Lily or Rin or Hanako, or either one of these three. I'm guessing at the beginning of the city, heading back from shopping, if I say it's none of their business, I think the path would lead to Rin. But when I actually tell them my condition, I think the path would lead to Lily or Hanako. And I think I'm towards Hanako's path. I'm not really sure. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. There will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligation regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway, intending to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today, out of impulse. I'm curious if he has any plans, since everyone is doing something. And again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shield in his room, or possibly something like a fort, complete with "No girls allowed" sign, and with the girls crossed out and "Body" crudely scrawled underneath it. Knocking on the door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again of unsettling clicking of the list, at least 10 locks being pulled back. The door opens with up a crack. Who is it? You're supposed to ask that before you open the door. Oh, it's you! Damn, it's early. Is it noon? It's not really that early. What is it, man? Nothing. Was just gonna ask what you were gonna do today. Half the school is out there already. Oh, where? Why? What? What? Is today special? Why are they there? Who are? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun? He suddenly looks more alarmed. What day is it, man? I guess you can't see the big wooden booth outside and people selling stuff. What the hell are you talking about? I have my curtains closed at all times to thwart the snipers. It's the festival. You know that, right? Oh shit, that's the day? Ah, damn it! I can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fort finished yet. This is bad. This is going to be a very bad day. It's good you told me this, man. This is going to be a bad day. Why? Oh man, we're going to be everywhere. The people outside my windows, socializing. Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly feeling very ill. It's going to be as loud as hell. Damn, I was going to go out today, and now it's ruined. Everything's ruined. This is awful. This sucks. What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run. Kenji seems nervous. You could even say he's majorly freaking out. I can't believe this. So that's what today was. Damn, I couldn't even prepare for it. couldn't even brace myself. And now it's here and I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished. Sorry, I thought you knew. So I guess you're not going to do anything today. The weather's even good. Yesterday was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not though. So there's no reason to stay inside. Yeah, you should check the festival out. Kenji groans and covers his face with his hands. Ah, no! I can't do it. They'll eat me alive out there, I know it! There has to be a joke. That has to be a joke. He said it with such a straight face. Relatively straight. What are you going to do? We should hang out in here. You can help me build my fort. We might still make it if we work together. I don't know. I'm pretty hungry, so I thought I'd get some food first and then check out the attractions. Your class project seemed pretty cool, and I gave a hand with it. And I want to see at least the one and chat with Lily, I guess. Speaking of that, don't you have any obligation for the project? Are you out of your mind? That blind broad is up to no good. I can feel it in my spleen, man. Her presence is like a dark shadow that's in the way of my great vision. I suspected of blind people. What? Besides, I thought you were also... He holds up his hands to interrupt me. Only legally. Metaphorically, I can see farther than any man before me has seen. Kenji looks darkly into the metaphorical distance and to emphasize his statement, thrusting his chin forward to look manlier. Actually, it's just a corridor wall 2 meters away, but it's all the same. I can see the future of mankind, and it's dark, and it's a dark one unless the threat of woman is stifled. They are everywhere. He fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he's trying to start a fire. Then slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course. I'm going to have some place to hide in, a safe haven, and then knock the lights out of myself so that I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival. Okay. Later, dude. The door slowly closes with a low creak. I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. After buying a plastic plate of takoyaki from the stall belonging to the class next to ours, I take a seat to the school gardens. In the school gardens, I watch people pass as I tentatively nibble away at the rather bland tasting item. And this is where I save. So, am I on someone's path now? I'm suspecting Hanako. But it could split to another path. I don't know. I still want fan art here. Could be any girl. You can do how Kiara did me. I'm gonna do you guys with high fuck.
I failed everyone. I failed everyone.
Why does he like freak out? Ah! This whole episode is just gonna be me trying to defeat Hubert.